Hello, RUW Universe. It is I, the Dark Messiah, Alexander Kelly. Now, there's a few things that I felt like I needed to get off my chest. I want to take my focus away from the demon, the soul taker, and Ashface, because it seems to me that they don't want to speak right now. I want to set my sights on the reason I haven't even been able to wrestle in the first place. Alright. The reason I issued that local challenge, that challenge to any local competitor willing to challenge me, the reason I made that challenge in the first place is because I had to force myself to hang up my boots and pack up my attire because a few pricks backstage in WEF decided that they don't want to do this anymore. They've decided that they want to just give up on WEF, and they didn't think the future for WEF looked very bright, so they shut it down before it even went anywhere. From that proof, from that whole experience, I could tell me and Chris Nitro are the only people in WEF that are actually dedicated and passionate about what we do. You said the future for WEF wasn't looking very bright? You son of a bitch. It was looking bright for me. Because at the time WEF shut down, me and the Influence were on top of WEF. We were going through everybody. And it was only a matter of time until one member of the Influence held the Macho Man Championship. It was only a matter of time before an Influence member held the United States Championship. It was only a matter of time before the Influence held Tag Team Championship Gold. But because of those pricks backstage in WEF, we never got to do that. There's a lot of shit I wish I had accomplished in my backyard wrestling career in WEF that never got accomplished. I want to do this shit again. And I want to keep doing it. Because I have this drive that nobody else seems to have, with the exception of Chris Nitro. Because I have seen, with Chris Nitro being the #1 contender for the RUW World Championship, with the drive that this man has, with the passion and the dedication and everything that he has done for WEF, he has that drive and that passion. But nobody else does. With that being said, there are a few people backstage in WEF that I have lost all respect for. I'd be happy if I never saw you again. I'd be happy if wherever I went, or if WEF ever comes back, I don't have to deal with you again. I want you nowhere near our product and our business because you're not dedicated enough to do it. I had plans for WEF. I had shit that I wanted to get done in that company. that I never accomplished. Thinking about it now, you know, I can see why people make fun of me. Because looking back at it, I never did anything significant in my backyard wrestling career. Even despite crowning myself RUW World Champion twice, despite leading the Influence and the original Influence, despite creating this entire company, I haven't done anything significant because WEF was my only hope. The one title that has eluded me my WEF career. Even though I've never won a title, there is one championship that I've always wanted. That being the United States Championship. There were people that I had in mind to create the Dark Disciples faction in WEF. So far, no one has received my message of becoming a Dark Disciple and following their leader, the Dark Messiah, yours truly. But the disrespect that WEF's own stars have put on that company, the amount of disrespect WEF stars have put on me, because they have seen how hard I've worked. I'm trying to be successful out here. Alright? But no company wants me. WEF, from the looks of things, is not coming back. As much as I would love for it to come back, it doesn't look like it will. So maybe me and Chris Nitro should create our own company by combining the two. And whoever is passionate and dedicated enough to put themselves into that ring, to drive themselves, we'd be happy to have you. We'd be happy, more than happy to have you. But the fact that WEF's own talent spit on my dedication, they spit on RUW, they spit on everything that I've tried to do, makes me sick. Because this championship on the wall has been vacated for about a year. About a year. I want to bring backyard wrestling back into my life. And I want someone willing to drive themselves to win that championship. Chris Nitro is the #1 contender. I would love him as champion. He has that drive. He has that passion. And I would respect the fact if he was not interested in it anymore. But someone, for the love of God, needs to be willing to hold that. Needs to be willing to be at the top of Real Undisputed Wrestling. Is willing to have that passion, that drive, that dedication to the sport of professional wrestling. I am looking for somewhere to go. I am looking for something to do. But the only thing I can do, the only thing I want to do, is backyard fucking wrestling. So until I find that spark that I once had to ignite the fuse in me to create something successful, to make myself known in the backyard wrestling industry, I don't know what I'm going to do. I have been sitting in this room every single day cutting promo after promo ever since our second show. Even though I haven't been sitting in this exact room after that because I have moved from place to place, you get my point. Promos are starting to become old. Wrestling is all I want to do. WEF, this promo is towards you. Chris, you are an exception. I want it back. I need to find myself again. And wrestling is the only fucking way to do that.